Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa. All right. So you're home.
I am home, buddy. I done did the massive 9.5 hour ride back. Burnt some fuel up. You've been chilling at Target and doing whatever the hell you've been doing up there in Michigan.
I'm putting a mailbox up out here, I think. Yeah. So we are still at Martin Dragway, 131.
Man has got a mailbox up there in Michigan. You gonna move up there?
Yeah, I may. I mean, you never know. But
No, you win that 125. You could just stay for a bit.
boo, I'll go home. I'm ready to go home, see my kids. I miss them. I went back last week for a couple of days, but about the most I've been away from them since they've been born.
I was gonna ask you that if you headed back this week, flying back for a day or two, or no.
I was going to today, but I stayed up here with my dad. We couldn't get any crew guys to stay with my dad, so I went ahead and made arrangements. They're coming up with me. They're going to meet me in Milan. I'm. It's hard to race without them. You know how it is.
For
So,
sure. That's a long stretch.
yep, yep. So
Long,
here we
long
are.
stretch.
Boosting bullshit, episode 12. We had our man CJW Chad Wright was going to be on with us tonight, but he is busy doing some selling and some wheeling and dealing.
He's wheeling and dealing.
Yep. So check out Party Time and Pilot Racing, Party Time Racing. We like and share all these guys so we can spread the word, get Steve some exposure, get me some more exposure, and try to see if we can make a hero out of some zeros.
Yeah, fuck, I'm on the bottom side of that for sure. This
Yep.
this stuff here is I'm getting used to it, but you're like Channel 9's newscaster, dude. You do good, man. You
Nah. If anybody's ever met my father, he's got the gift of gab. So
right. He
yeah,
does do that. He's got some shit. I think he's the bullshit side of Boost, but
yeah, I definitely think so. Everybody wants me to have him on the show, and I'm just like, I don't know if we got enough time for that. It might be a special event show, like a 2 hour press conference.
he'd be a good one to have. We need to have him live, oh.
He's like Trump, though. You never know what he's going to say. He's liable to say something. Oh, here we go. She wants to show the stats. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Right
Fuck
off the
it back
get
up.
go.
Right off the get go.
It is Monday recap, and
It is, but listen, looking at this surprised me really because I mean, first of all, Melanie's up there, and Melanie always talks about how she's not good on the tree. So,
she's
uh,
been killing it this year, dude. I'm telling you, even from the first race all the way through, because I mean, me and her keep kind of where
I
we're
owe,
at and that stuff,
like
and
I
she's
say,
been
I,
killing it,
I owe her 10. I owe you 10. We're gonna keep a running tab.
right?
But you see how everybody's got a foul. Everybody's got a red light.
You got to have them. I think you got to find the edge.
Yep.
But I think this is the top. I think the stat guy said this is they take your best 5 reaction times. I think, or I can't, yeah, or something. It's not every reaction time in here. I don't think.
No. I guess he takes your best 5 and which and see, like John hasn't been racing that long, so he doesn't really have a lot of data off of it. So John and Doc, and so he's
Yeah.
tied with me, which he got a big kick out of that.
Yep. I just
John
kind of
Camp,
that
that's
surprised me that everyone's 24 or less. That did surprise me.
absolutely, and I really thought Preston will be up there because I've seen Preston do a lot of. He's pretty, you above Preston surprised me more than anything.
Well, I've been working on that situation, sir. I've been working on it here at the house. I've been working on it in the motorhome, practicing, and I've changed helmets. I've changed shields. I don't know what John's been doing to the car, but I'm telling you, we've been working on it.
Well, I couldn't find a tree if it was in the passenger seat with me this weekend. I'm be totally honest with you. And it started from day one. So I keep notes, like I told you, and just 70, 60, 50, 40. I mean, I just couldn't find it. And I was chasing the box. And then I went 24 red in Q3, and that really threw me for a loop. And then,
Yes.
I mean, dude, I was all over the place. And my best light of the weekend was 29. So
I've seen it. I mean, we run 3 times, I think,
yeah.
between testing and qualifying with points and whatever reason we that was good for the fans or whatever because we
Well,
talk a lot of shit here. But
it's not that I don't feel comfortable next to all the guys we run with, but like when I'm running you, it's pretty funny to watch Jeff poke at me through the windshield and watch your guys kind of, it kind of amped me up. My guys really don't. They didn't really say anything to me about running you. They were like, it's Steve. I'm like, okay.
My guys get Jeff want to flip your dad off because everyone's trying to get him worked up. But it's in fun. People don't understand. We talk all this shit on here, but in the same token, it's fun. But I think you want to chop my head off when you pull up there as well, just to prove a point.
I felt like I did when I came up there, but I was concentrating so much on trying to be consistent. So I was trying to stage last, I was trying to stage first, I was trying to get the consistency. I think I was in my own head after the first couple of times. And my dad always preaches, you got to be, you got to concentrate every run like it's the final round, and that keeps you being, you being more consistent. And I just hadn't been doing that lately. So I mean, totally my fault. I mean, luckily my car was fast all weekend, and I had some luck rounds, and a little luck went my way. That's good. I mean, we both qualified decent. I felt like. I mean, qualifying was kind of weird because we started. Well, it wasn't weird. It's normal. 12:30. The track was stellar. I mean, it didn't matter if it was 100 degrees or 120 degrees. These guys at 131, Samuel and his family, these guys know how to have a track. Now, they didn't do a lot of prepping with it. I think the guys in PDRA were doing most of the prepping, but it was killer. It always is.
I thought that the track conditions were great all day, sun out, sun in. I mean, I fell to the eighth spot. We didn't run good in that night session. And once again, I said this through the winter series. If you don't run good in that night session, you don't qualify well. I don't care what you do during the day.
No. So Melanie set the bar high. She came out and blistered that 360, and she sent one to the piston gods, which I don't think, I don't really know if they were looking for that. I think it was just a mistake on John's fault as far as, a tuning issue. I think the weather was kind of weird here. Like we went from 2200 DA, 105, 106 back to 104 correction. So, if for guys that don't understand that correction factor is what we look at as far as putting fuel in and out. Like that tells us where the weather's going, not so much DA, but temperature and correction factor. I mean, we all came out. I think everybody came out in the whole class came out swinging. There were some guys that had some issues, but we're lucky that it wasn't but 15 cars. I feel like.
Yeah, because if you didn't have your shit together, you're out.
Yeah, I feel like if it had been over 20 cars, the bump would have been a 3, maybe.
Yes, I agree. And the conditions were good, but the track was good as well. The sun on the racetrack kind of kept everybody 61 to 63. Yeah. And then in the night session, everybody went 59 or whatnot.
So we start qualifying. Randy rolls out. I think when I go first round, I went 62, I think, first round.
E1?
Yeah. Well, no, I'm talking Q1.
Oh, Q1, yes.
What'd you go?
63.
So we were right there together. I think everybody was right there. And Randy rolls out with his new Harts charger and just peels all of our caps back.
Yes.
60 flat, I think, first round.
I thought he won a 60 flat. I think so. And he just ripped everybody.
Yep. So that's a new deal in the centrifugal charger world. Harts is known for turbos. They've, kind of been working on this deal for a while. Kind of didn't take off, like you say. We kind of talked smack on Robin Roberts when he went fast out there in Midwest. It's the real deal. I mean, we got some catching up. We got some catching up to do. But that's fine.
For sure. This is my take on the Harts charger.
Okay.
I know it's to me, it's the same centrifugal supercharger, but it's different. And obviously it makes more power. That's the word on the street from everybody. And you can see by the 211, 212. Should it be allowed to come in during the points chase? I don't know. I'm not a rules guy. I don't want to make them. I don't want to be that guy, but I don't know if it should. Disturb the points thing with a rule structure you already have in place was something coming in new. Started out at the beginning of the season, but it's here, so we're gonna run.
Well,
with it.
I mean, I kind of see both sides because it's a centrifugal supercharger. Now, it would be the same thing if PSI says, okay, I got this new screw blower and it's
Yes.
got double propellers and we're going to try this. I mean, obviously, Todd or John or you guys would probably try it. I don't really see it being any different. Now, that's been the question of the day. Should it be ruled different than the Pro Charger? Um, in the beginning, it was an all billet deal, so they plus the 50 pounds on it. I think the all billet deal was just a manufacturing kind of thing that they were going by because it was easier for them to machine it that way instead of casting it.
Mm.
Uh, I'm kind of torn. Being a Pro Charger guy, if they rule it, they do. Everybody says, well, you can't rule a brand. I get it. I get it. But I mean, we rule transmissions. We rule 400s versus Liberties. Liberty's got to have, plus 4 gears, this kind of thing. So we rule it that way. And that would be the same thing with saying, okay, if you got a Mark Mickey, you got to weigh 25 pounds more than you do if you have a Rossler. That's the explanation that I got.
Because in basic, it's the same thing.
In basics, like if
Right. In basic.
to the physical eye, like looking at it, it is a crank-driven turbocharger.
Yep. Yep. And it is. And obviously that bitch is badass.
Absolutely.
Look, we got Randy on here.
What if he don't know?
I know, Randy, you was fast, buddy. Your shit was hauling ass.
Yeah. So, and I'm super proud of them guys. Randy's been a good friend of mine for a long time. He actually gave me a ride up to Martin on his jet, and I mean, I'm super super proud of them guys for doing that.
Oh, they had their shit together all weekend too, because Randy drove his ass off, so can't knock him there.
I really can't. I mean, and I think Randy will tell you the same thing, and you probably know this too. When you have a car that's fast and going down the racetrack, it makes your job a little easier, right?
Yeah, 100%. And you could see the confidence in Randy's eyes because he was 008 and 00 couple rounds, and
He was 005 against me.
right. That's what I'm saying. So that tells you right there he had some confidence.
I think that was Randy's won Pro Stars. I think that's his first actual PDRA national event win.
Yep.
I think, if not maybe a second. But you talk about a guy who sponsors the class, who is well renowned through everybody, never gets upset, doesn't really, shake the pot, and he's not out and about talking crap. He's Randy, and those guys deserve it. His crew, they're a lot of good friends of mine. They're good guys. They deserve it. They work really hard. They have been on the bottom of the barrel, before. So watching somebody kind of get up to that next level is good.
Yep. He's got the right people in the right places too. So
yeah, he does. He does.
Got Steve over there on the keyboard, and they made it look pretty easy.
What's my new address? 1267 Martin drag strip.
That's it.
Yeah.
But
so
here's the big question on the hearts. Do you think everyone's switching to it now?
I don't know. That's a hard question to ask. I mean, somebody like me who's been Pro Charger die hard, and at some point in time, you got to look at it as a business. I mean, like I got to keep sponsors happy. I mean, other guys got to keep sponsors happy. I can't go out there and just be 4 or 5 numbers behind. I feel like in my heart, I have the fastest Pro Charger car. Me and John Camp, maybe we're tit for tat, but I feel like this weekend I definitely had the fastest Pro Charger car. I will tell you from God's honest bottom of my heart, I had the absolute tongue hung out of her ass when I ran Randy in the semis, and he still beat me by a number. But I was dead. I was dead. He was 005, went a 58 to my 40, 59. So I mean, I wasn't going to beat him.
Yep. I once again, he drove his shit. He was badass all weekend. He really was. He deserved the win, 100%.
He did. And I'll be completely honest with you. Ty Totoro has done a hell of a job the last 2 races. He is extremely, extremely hard to beat. They have got a new converter package, is what I've heard down from the screw blower grapevine, and it seems to be paying off for them. They ran extraordinarily well.
Yep.
They made the screw guys look really good this weekend as far as what they were doing.
that final round was, if Ty wasn't red, that was going to be a race for sure. But
You know, I love Ty and I love Todd and them guys, but I kind of called it. I just knew that Ty was amped up, and I knew how this track was. I knew at night, man, you can see that tree so good. It is there. Like you say, it feels like it's in your lap.
it does. From testing on, even last year, I told Jeff and John both, I'm like, I feel like the Christmas tree is on top of the blower, sitting right in front of the windshield.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, give it. They were the cars to beat. They met in the finals like they're supposed to.
Yep.
I mean, what do you say? It's
Uh,
part of it.
Nothing you can say, and they both went 57. So, what can we say? Go back and do some work and try to make our shit better.
Yep. And points race is going to be really tight from here on out. I think Ty's probably leading with the lead. I think we're all within a round of each other. So,
Well, I'm probably 2, but yeah, everybody's right there, really, really, really close. Probably in the top seven cars. I think the next 2 races will decide. It'll drop down to 2 or 3 guys after the next 2 races, and then go into that final race.
So, next we have Pro Nitrous. We're gonna get off Pro Boost. They did a great job. Let's see here. That's not the points though. That's just win
that's
percentage.
just the round win. That doesn't show you the whole points deal.
That's win percentage, yeah.
But you go to Pro Nitrous, right? Is that what you're going to next?
Yeah, that's when we're going to Pro Nitrous. So they were a little shy on cars, just like we were, because when you get up as high, a lot of your guys, a lot of your Maryland-based guys, Undertaker, the Deckers, them guys, they don't really come up here. And if you're not running for a championship, you're not coming up here. So Pro Nitrous,
I think part of that too. There's a race on each side of this weekend too. So
right. So Pro Nitrous, man. Tim Pap showed out. It was, yep. That they showed you KTR horsepower there. Pat Busey. They've all got basically most of them got Pat Busey motors now. I think there's a few. My dad, he's in the motorhome. I wouldn't let him. He wanted to be in here with me. I was like, no, because you'll be talking the whole time.
He about fell over on that scooter, man. He needs some training wheels. I seen him, but yeah. But then Tim Pap did show out, but then come eliminations, the Franklins ran through there. They was blowing hood scoops over the grandstands, but they was showing out.
Billy Albert smacks the wall, comes back to be one of the fastest runs he's had. He can't even leave us alone. Texting. So Pap showed out. Scribble was right there. John Bergatz ran his best ever. Billy ran his best PB 63 after smacking the wall, and my guys working on his headers and stuff. Molnar ran good. I mean, there was maybe a handful of guys that didn't run very good. I know Tony Wilson broke a rear end, couldn't make it. They had some issues. There was some other guys that maybe had some small issues, but I mean, the air and the track was nitrous friendly, and they really did good. Pap shows out at the top. Tommy burned up his motor 3 times in eliminations. I was kind of
in your pit.
Do what?
Did you get any carnage in your pit from all the hood scoops flying?
No, I was far enough away.
He had some shit flying, that's for sure.
He did, and I was just really surprised when Amber goes out there against Billy, and she sends the hood scoop, the windshield, the front end into the next planet, and then Pap goes up there. He's got a fuel leak. I feel bad for him. I know the feeling. A little 10-cent part cost him a round, and I'm thinking about. I'm in the car behind him, so I'm like 2 cars back, and I'm thinking. I get on the radio and I tell Paul, I'm like, hey, there's no way. He just burned it up 3 times. There's no way he's dumb enough to leg that thing out. Knowing he's got to run Amber in the finals, right? Now he's got to run his daughter. There's no way he's going to go by half track, lift, or go back and look at the plugs, and just because he's got a lot of work to do. What does he do? Top Fuel Tommy sends it the whole way.
I was sitting right on the pit. It's like, boom, like, not again.
So they had already messed up 2 of his motors, I'm pretty sure. and I think they pieced together a motor. I think Buddy Perkinson ended up getting them a motor, and if I was Buddy Perkinson, I would want a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty on that thing before I would have gave it up, knowing what they've been through.
That's a fact. He
So,
needed a little warranty action.
so it was the first father-daughter final.
Yeah.
I think
That's very, very
I
big.
think Force and Ashley may have done it one time before, but maybe in drag racing history as far as pro style goes.
Yep.
But I think I think it was funny that they did an on motor. I think it was kind of cool, but
I think the people liked it actually.
I think it was, it was good it was kind of a chuckle because I don't think either one of them were capable of making a full
No,
competitive pass either way.
right. Yeah, I think everybody
And
got a chuckle out of it and whatever. I don't know what that did for the points, but
I
it was
mean,
kind
I think knowing that she was in the lead going in, maybe it would have looked a little suspicious if he'd have just laid down. But it is his daughter, and I mean, come on, guys, they're team cars.
yep.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't like laying down as far as points and things like that. I agree with that. But when you're talking about championships and you got motors blowed up and you got shit
Yeah.
laying everywhere, I mean, I think you gotta just take it with it. But
Yep.
she ends
They
up
had
coming out.
people they had people everywhere over there. They
Yep,
had cars and people and they got it done.
yep. So Tommy Payne said it was good for points for her. Yeah, I mean it is, but they ran it legit deal. I mean we were betting on what they would run. I figured they'd run 450s, but what are
I
they?
said 450s, 460s, and they went 520s or something. I did it.
540s, something like that.
Yeah,
I think they were pretty close to like 544 to 546 or something.
yep. So they was the same. Yep.
Yeah. What is the
Well, that
dollar amount on the Carnage? And I'd hate to
a
say
lot,
it.
a lot pro moder, a lot.
it Amber's big one looked like a rod or a valve to me. I mean, you're talking $1,000 a hood scoop plus paint and putting them on. So you figure 2,500, 3,000 per hood scoop. You figure fixing the front end, couple of grand, 2 or 3,000, 4,000.
5 mode.
Uh, I think it was four. Her, his two and her one. So that's three. And I think they had one. I think they have four total. Um, I mean, I'd hate to say.
40.
No, hell no, more than that.
Okay. I'm trying to be nice.
No, I'd say it was 100.
That's what I was guesstimating, but I didn't want to say that just
Yeah,
because it sounds like a lot of money, which it is.
yeah. I mean, that's just a guesstimate. I can't tell you exactly. But
What
congratulations to
is
Amber. She did good.
what is that? What's Randy got up there? He done put a picture up there. What he
It
got
looks
up
like
there?
it's a bank.
Oh yeah, the bank.
I didn't even know he knew what an emoji was. I'm just
I didn't
proud of
know
him
he had.
for
That's what I was looking. I'm like, Randy really typed that?
that. Oh God. So Amber wins. Congratulations to her. They had a good outing.
Sure, they did good. They did good.
So the man we had on the show live, Mr. Cox, sets a record right after we get done talking to him the next day. Mr. Fletcher Cox.
He was talking about his plus 25, but he keeps that up. He might get another 25.
I know they were him and Blake were griping and complaining about it, and he goes out there and he just rips it.
Yep.
He just absolutely annihilates it. 382, 198. Car looked
Yeah.
good. Fletcher drove good.
That surprises me. I even said that on the live feed. Just
Really,
Fletcher has not been in the car that much, but he looks like a veteran.
he does. And I
He
think he's
really
been around it long enough. And he's got Joe and Andy Mack, and I mean, like all those guys around him. He's got surrounded by a good group of guys.
Yep.
But
But still, sitting
this
in that car is different than just watching it.
I mean, if you don't talk to every keyboard warrior there was, every keyboard
Right.
warrior out there thinks it's easy. All we do is just let go of a button. We live a life of luxury out there.
Yeah, it ain't that easy. And I've never been on a 10.5, so I don't know about how that thing drives, but I mean, he's still 390s and 380s is not slow.
Yeah. What do they weigh? 3,000 pounds?
Yeah, he's up there. I don't know. The nitrous car probably not quite that much.
Yeah.
I don't think 26 or 27 maybe.
So, but it wasn't any good. Old Roots blower, Ethan Stedding, tattoos him again.
Put it to him.
Yep. taking up where his dad fell off. His dad didn't do crap. I guess Ethan's got to carry the whole team now.
Yeah, I think Kurt red lighted just like I did, so
Yeah.
I think he was 004 red. But
When you went red, I'm sitting in the damn pit area, and I'm chasing the tree. So I'm like, dude, God dang it, damn you, Steve, you went red. So now I'm thinking about red, and so I'm loading the box up, and it didn't do any good. I mean, Mel shook the tires, I think, and I was 60, she's 59 or some shit, and then we just whatever. Just it was a good weekend, but a bad weekend. So what do I do? Just keep giving.
That's why the season's long.
Yeah, but it's getting short. We're coming to the short rows here.
It's time to put up or shut up now. It's getting close for sure. But Ethan just went out and just once elimination got going on, he just went out there and just donkey stomped them. Really,
Kid's good. Kid's really good. Kid's got a good head on his shoulders. Kid, you watch him in the car, he's very aware of what's going on. I think, truthfully, I really think he's a little bit better driver than his dad. I mean, you can just look at him. I think it's because Kurt's late nights, his late night activity might get to him a little bit.
Oh shit, Kurt, you won't do that, do you? For real?
So, so he wins Pro Street. They didn't have Super Street. So Pro Stock, 4 cars.
Yeah, what's up with that? You think the other races pulled all the pro stock cars?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean, those guys are pretty much IHRA loyals too. I mean, a lot of the older ones. Pro stock guys are weird. A lot of them are my friends, Powers, Drinkwater. I mean, those guys are a lot of good guys. I'm talking to them in the stage lanes. Some of them I don't care for too much. They run their mouth too much and they don't want to do anything about it. They want to bitch and complain about racing and this race and that race and shit like that. But they just, to me, that class is a dying class and they've kind of kept it alive. So good for them. I mean, they're all a bunch of good guys. Most of them they're hard racers. It's a different level of racing on what we do.
They always just hover right there to me in that 4.0, 4.10 range for a while now.
Yeah.
I mean, I keep waiting for the threes, right? Waiting for 398, 397, but I don't know if it ever comes.
Yeah, Charlie, there is another race at Galat in October. So we go Bristol, Galat, Virginia.
Yep. With a few yellow bullets and other stuff thrown in there in the middle.
Yep. I think IHRA kind of stirred the pot up on the because of what they're paying for the pro stock guys. They just came off the Milan thing just like I did. So some of them might not have the budget to do that. Some of them might just not want to. This weekend will be kind of interesting because Brainerd's got them. Milan's paying 15,000, so they're kind of splitting them up. I mean, that's so.
Yeah, so that's going to be 2 races. I guess if they go out there, kind of like you, maybe they just keep on going.
I guess, and then you got to turn right back around.
Yeah, you got to turn back around and get back. But
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know what you thought. That was one hell of a crowd.
Holy Christ. Yeah. Always is up here. Really, really is. I mean, I hope to think in my mind and in my heart they're coming to see us and the nitro cars. I hope they're not just coming for the nitro cars. Spending the last 2 weeks up here, I can kind of tell you that they really do like motorsports and things around here. It's kind of a mixture. It's kind of like where I live, maybe a little blue collar, a little white collar, edges of it. There's places you can go that are kind of towny feeling. There's a lot of rural parts of it too.
It just last year it was a big crowd with all the nitro cars and stuff there too, and it's kind of cool when you roll around there and all those people up there.
Yeah, I mean, and they came to our pits just like I'm sure they came to your pits, and they were roaming. They are very, very dedicated fans.
For sure, and if we could get that at every race, that would be a package. I don't know what it would take, but sometimes I think the East Coast is watered down with so many.
Well, we got so many races, right?
Right.
so many races. I mean, it's just not it. Like I think you put that same race at Rockingham, you got half the crowd
I
because they're
agree.
used to it. They can go to Charlotte, they can go to Bent, they can go to Galat, they can go to Piedmont, they can go here, they can go there. So I mean, they kind of just pick and choose. So you can't condense everybody into one or two big races a year. Kind of like Donald. Donald does the same thing, with his two races with the radio guys and condense it all. Um, it just he's still. I wish he would go to bed.
I'm going to get him one. I'm going to get him another one. I'm telling you right
Yeah.
now.
Um,
I pour it before he skins his knees up. I'm telling you right now.
so being said, where does IHRA kind of play in factor with this too? Because they had just had one 2 hours away, and these people really like their motorsports here, and so it shows very diverse crowd. Some old, some young.
Oh yeah.
Just a different group of people. But
We probably t-shirt stuff there was lots and lots and lots of people, just like you said, looking at every car going pit to pit to pit to pit all the way down through, which is great to see.
the nostalgia guys put on a better show than the regular Nitro guys.
Yeah. Yep. They did do that. They was
Those
they
altereds.
was pretty impressive.
Let's see what here.
What we got here?
Oh, we talk about we went out first pair twice. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah.
how that worked out. How'd that work out? We just testing we ran, and then qualifying we ended up both run.
Yeah.
For
She's
me.
talking about you being first pair. Were you first pair one time?
Yeah, I was first pair, which I that didn't bother me first pair out.
See, that bothers the hell out of me. I wish, Tyler, somebody, if you're listening, when you put out the damn ladder, put on there who's first, second, or third, so we know going up there, because we don't know till we get up there in the back of the stage lanes whose it is, and then you're rushing up there. So
Right.
whoever's listening in PDRA upper management, when y'all send out the WhatsApp and it's got our pairings on there for as far as the ladder, put on
Yep.
their first pair, second pair, third pair. I mean, let's do that.
Yep, I agree. I didn't mind it too much because the track prep, they was doing track prep right in front of us, and I had seen what Melanie did first pair out, first car down the racetrack on Thursday, so I was I didn't mind it that much, really.
We were about tit for tat this weekend.
Yeah, it was back and forth.
Yeah.
You was late once or twice. I ran good once. You ran good the second time. So
drug you.
He drug my ass the second time. First time his ass was over there. I threw the anchor at him.
Shit, you were red. You were red, and I run by your ass the second time.
The second time I was red as shit, and you run by me. I was trying to chop that tree. I was 00 something that run too, I think.
007 red or something, yeah.
Yeah, I was killing. I'm telling you, I was 15. I don't know. That tree just fell in the car. I don't know what it was, and there was a lot of 00 lights, so I think everyone saw it.
Except for me, which I'm normally good on bad trees. So
yeah, I think you was thinking about Bob, and you couldn't see the Christmas tree. Bob was talking in your ear on the radio or something.
No, we don't give him a radio.
He don't get a radio. He's got a radio riding through the pit on that damn scooter. He must be listening to the Bee Gees or something on there.
All right, so let's go back to IHRA. What do you think? We didn't really get to hit on it much the other night with Fletch.
Right. Obviously, that is the talk in the racing community right now. 100%. Everybody's talking to IHRA. There's a lot of money being thrown out there. I'm looking at this from a racer perspective. Is he there for the long haul? I don't know. Obviously, it started out, everyone was worried because it was utter chaos, in my opinion, the first part of this year, him trying to get this deal started. People in, people out, no one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In that side of things, we release stuff and then it wasn't true and it come back and then we re-release press releases. Now he's throwing the money out there and he's got some new people in there. Obviously the racers, that last race was pretty impressive and the payout was good and he's bringing helicopters in, whatever else he's doing, ice, buying food. But the real question to me as a racer, does this sustain for the long haul? Does he keep spending that money and taking that loss over the long haul?
I've been soul searching this whole deal because I've been with PDRA from the beginning. I think some people in PDRA were a little upset because I did go there um, and try to race. But I mean, like I told you guys before, I was going to make a 16-hour trip for 2 races. Now it ends up being 3 races for that kind of money. It didn't work out at the first race. PDRA didn't work out for me. So I'm going back over there for 125. Uh, I think the guy's got good intentions. I think he's put in place the right people now after he's got rid of the ones that were wrong. I think his execution has been really good. His execution was way better, way surpassed anything that I saw. Can he learn from PDRA? 100%. Can PDRA learn from him? 100%. I think there's some things that both organizations can learn from each other. I really like the way they park guys. I really like their whole thing about going into the pits, how we park, how we get in, how we go and register, how we tech. I really like that part. Um, I really like the entry fee, but again, is that sustainable on the backside? Because PDRA really relies on a lot of the racer entry fee to pay the purse. They are not, obviously they're not billionaires and can do what this guy can do as far as purse payout. Is this guy sustainable? I don't know. I don't know his portfolio. I don't know. I mean, I can tell you yes, I can tell you no. There's nothing I can say. Right now, I think he's got good intentions. I think that he needs to maybe step back a little bit and see once he gets done with these 4 or 5 races and see what worked and what didn't work. I think Tyler and Tommy and these guys can look at what he's doing, some of the stuff uh, that he's doing that can kind of make them better. Not that they do anything wrong. It's just better. I
Right.
mean, not better, but different. How about that?
Well, it's the
Um,
same question. I think you brought this up out there and we talked about it. Competition, whether it's drag racing or organization. I mean, that's what makes things better. Burger
yes.
King, McDonald's, whatever you can call it, just kind
Yeah,
of
that's
have
right.
a
It's like I said, it's just like PDRA. If there was only McDonald's to eat fast food for the last 10 years, they can be good, bad, whatever they want to be because you kind of got to do it, right? And not that they've done some bad things, they've done some great things. They have made drag racing really good on some aspects, especially in the diversity of a lot of the uh, different
primary
classes.
sponsor.
Primary sponsor, yeah, I seen that.
Right.
But they have also kind of lacked in stuff because they're not as big as an organization where they can throw millions of dollars around, where they can't have 50 employees, where they can't have shiny new side by sides and things like that, which is good. I'm glad that this guy can come in here and do this. I felt like when we went there, it was kind of the old days because of the type of people that were there, the type of people that were showing up, the type of racing we had. The crowd was very good there. I heard rumors that it was a free ticket, but I don't think that's true because I did see people spending money on the spectator side. Uh, they did not have the crowd that Martin did, but they definitely had a great crowd. They probably had as good a crowd as they get at Galat, maybe for the PDRA race, maybe a little less. Uh, need support for the slower classes, so there isn't much downtime. 100%. But you got to remember, IHRA has been dead for over 15 years.
Yes.
And when I mean dead, the sportsman classes kind of lived around. But your quick ride, your super ride, your hot ride guys, they made that transition over to NHRA. Uh, now you got to get those guys back. Now you got to get Fur running super rod or quick ride like you used to. You got to get all these guys coming back and running this. I loved quick rod. That was a great class for me. I ran top dragster and quick rod for years.
Those guys are your diehards, pure
Right.
racers.
The stock super stock guys. That is a diehard. It says $40 a day for iTrade. See, that'll tell you. I mean, that's a pretty steep ticket.
Here's my deal. We've seen people come and you've been around forever. You're older than you really are. And but we've seen people with big money come into this deal and they're here for a year, 2, 3, and then they're gone.
Yep.
Because they get either bored with it or get tired of taking the loss, or whatever, the funds run out, whatever happens, you get caught with the IRS, whatever. There's 50,000 things that could happen. PDRA is the tried and true of pro mod racing. I mean, we all know that, but can the IHRA make it better? Possibly. Can it make PDRA better? Yes, because obviously competition, like you said, will make both sides get better.
Right.
That's my question. Are they going to sustain it? That's just my biggest question, the whole deal of what's going on out there. Will it sustain with the sportsman? Will the sportsman follow? If they're going to pay $125,000 for next weekend, the pro mod guys, there's going to be guys show up for that
Right.
amount of money, including you.
Yeah.
But will that sustain throughout a 10 race schedule? That's what concerns me the most about it.
The comment was made to me that it's not about the money. It's not about the purse payout and the pro mod end of it. It is on the sportsman level, because these guys are the ones that are coming and running their guts out, and they might not be the show. They're not the guy doesn't want to come see an 890 drag strip if he doesn't understand it. But one thing that IHRA did 25 years ago is they made sure the sportsman guy was taken care of just as much as the other ones were, the pro classes were. Now he has done the same thing. You've got to. I really think he could cut the money back in the pro categories. He's got to get his nitro program a little bit better, a little bit better. It was a little off. That's a different deal for them. I think it's given them some options. The pro mod show kind of fill in where it's at. Pro stock guys, he needs to have a talk with them. Hey, this is what you're going to do. You got to commit for me for this, or I'm not going to do it. I think they should be crazy. I really think he should run everything on a 8th mile format, even the fuel cars. I know people may not like that, but try to be different. Try to be different in the NHRA. I mean, if you go watch Brittany Forrest run 362 at 348 or 342, what the hell you want to come watch these guys run, 398 at 300? I mean, if you've never seen them, that's one thing. But I think if he gets down into an area where we've seen big speeds and big things like that, I don't think the nitro category can carry it. So, and it, these guys try, they do. That's a hard class. I'm not denying anything, but
I don't know how does the NHRA with their nitro cars? Is there they can or they can't come over? They can. I mean, is that part of their deal?
Shit, I don't know. I know at one time they had a deal. NHRA, you couldn't sanction jump. You couldn't run.
That's what I was thinking. I've heard that. That's why I asked, because I'm not real familiar with those guys. Scott Palmer probably know, but
I think he can sustain. I think from me, like if this is me and I'm starting this, I think I'm going to show you I'm going to give you my Rolls Royce, and then I'm going to go back to a Toyota Camry. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to show you what I can do, but I'm not going to give you everything right away, and then we're going to kind of just step back and look and see what works and what don't work. It's going to be very interesting because it's going to split the country up, because he's got a lot of Ohio, he's got a lot of Michigan, that kind of deal where, it's going to be hard for the Southern guys. It's going to be hard for me to ride past Virginia and Galat to go run at these other tracks. But I guess everybody's done it for a long time. You guys do it. Melly and them do it.
Yep. The big thing is it going to water it down? Is it going to water pro modified down? Because that's what we run. That's what I'm worried about.
I think I don't know. I really don't know. I think you'll get some guys that are going to run both series. I just hope that they don't interfere with each other. I think if it's an interference race where one is in the other, then you're going to have a problem. You're going to have issues.
Yes. I think with their having those races out there, the Midwest may take a bigger hit on the pro mod.
I think so. I think so. I think Haney and them will see a big change. They've got their own guys really that don't really run a little bit of everything, but it's pretty blatantly obviously they're paying Stinky Pinky and Kai and them to show up to promote it. So I mean that's obvious.
Yeah, but we talked about that. They wouldn't be promoting it for nothing.
No, and that's good for those guys are in
Business
that
is done.
position. They can do it. They can do it. You know, if you paid me $10,000, I'd tattoo it on my ass. But
Right.
um,
I don't know if
so
we need to see that.
it's better. I
My
guarantee it looks better than Jeff Miller's ass because I saw it this weekend and that was just too much.
my man done put it out there while we trying to do a live feed or so whatever the hell we was doing.
Yeah, we're doing a commercial. Did they pay? No, they didn't pay Bob, or I would have got it. Nobody pays him. Pays him no mind.
Poor Bob. Bob's got a
Now
paycheck. He gets a
we'll
paycheck.
we'll know more coming in the natural trail, the next natural trail they have. I don't think this weekend will be a good show because it's such a high paying purse. Um, so
He
we'll
does
see.
have it on his hand. Chad does have it on his hand. He's a IHRA diehard.
I know he had it on it before, even had
Before
another
all
IHR.
this. Yes, for sure. But
I just hope that Tyler and PDRA don't get discouraged by all this. I think they
exactly.
just make some adjustments. They do what they need to do to make the racers better and the things they need to do, and just move on and do your deal and hope for the best. I
I
don't
don't
foresee.
yeah, I
You
don't
got to
see it
remember,
affecting them.
PDRA wasn't a new concept. This wasn't they didn't just wake up and say we're going to do this. This was the brainchild of, unfortunately, from Kenny Nolan from ADRL. So they took what ADRL started and they fine-tuned it and made it better and better and better and better.
Yeah, I mean, I still think PDRA is the best pro mod association out there right now. Is the way it's run.
100%,
Nothing against
100%,
Keith and them, and that's where we all run. And
100%, 100%.
I mean, last year we go out there. I'm not knocking on you, but the PDRA guys showed up out there, and how many cars made it to the Final Four?
Two.
Look, 2 of us, 3. I thought it was 3 of you.
Well, Fuel Tech car, but they're from Brazil. I don't think they really
that's
count.
true. That's true. That's true.
It was me, Mel, Fuel Tech car, and Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey. Well, he doesn't count. He's fast everywhere.
Yeah. So
turbo, but
I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of changes in the next 3-4 months. The winter series will be something that's adversely affected. Now, I love Wes Buck. He has done so much for the sport. He has done something that he has reached above and beyond. We got this $1 million payout that's probably unobtainable. But the winter series for me is going to be really tough because of the budget deal. I budget in so many races, and then during the winter, I kind of recap and redo sponsorships and get things back going. I don't know about what you guys do. I mean, we always went to the Snowbird. I've been going to the Snowbird since 2005. So, the U.S. Street Nationals I was going to this year is probably the second or third time I've been, but got sick. And then the World Series, I hope, I felt like maybe the other 2 races kind of undercut the World Series a little bit. Like, I felt like the World Series was the World Series. Like, this one race, you got to be the bad. And you're the only person that I know that's really won it other than Derek Ward.
yes.
And Spencer. But, I mean, these guys, that is the race of all races. So,
yes. 80 cars. So you can't take anything from that. I mean, we used to go to the U.S. Street Nationals and then the World Series count, but we didn't. We always skipped the Snowbirds to give us a little break and then do the Street Nationals, and then the World Series came along, and then now it's a 3-race deal. So there's no off time.
Nope. So
go right into that.
Yep.
And $1 million. What do you think about that? What do you think about that $1 million? I mean, I just
it's unobtainable
to win even two of those 3 races would be.
I mean, I'm a old bracket racer at heart. So, I mean, I kind of see the writing on the wall. Let's say you win the first one. Okay, you're good. If I get down to semis or at the second one and I'm still in, I'm making deals. You know what I mean? Like we're making deals.
Right.
And
for
then,
the $1 million you're talking about.
Yeah. Then you win the second one, then I'm really making deals first round from there on out. So, I mean, there's ways to work around it. I'm sure they've got some plans, in fact, but I mean,
I think most guys just would want to chop your head off myself if they got that far.
I think they would, but I mean, if I come to you, Steve, and we're down to 4 cars, and I say, "Hey, look, man, I got a chance to win $1 million here. I'll give you $100,000 to lay down."
Well, it's Gene, so I don't get none of it, and Gene don't care. He He didn't really want to split at the World Series, but he did because he wanted to be a nice guy.
Not that I would ask anybody to lay down, but I mean, there's some
No,
people that are in
100%.
that situation that would
Yeah,
do that. And I mean, and that's just
100%
me.
they would.
I went to the very first $1 million race bracket race. And let me tell you, at 24, at 20 some cars, them boys were cutting that shit up quick. And it didn't even pay $1 million back then. It was based off car count. I think it paid like 500,000 or something like that. And they went, hey, I ain't laying down there. I know that. I
Yeah,
ain't
we know
laying
that,
down.
Bob. Ain't
You
nobody
go, you go lay down.
He taking a
Uh,
nap. That's in between rounds. We know what you're doing, Bob. You
these
sleep in
guys were
between rounds.
these guys were cutting up the purse big time. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to see $1 million pro mod race. $1 million,
Yep.
all run, no qualifying. Okay.
Right off the trailer.
Straight off the trailer, get 2 shakedowns, and then we draw chips. $1 million. If you don't think that would be the baddest show in drag racing,
I agree. I agree.
do it.
I mean, I got to
do it
give
up.
Wes. I got to give Wes props. So he did get $1 million up there for if you win 3, and that's. I don't even know if that. Like, I do agree with you. That's. I don't think that's obtainable with the quality of cars.
No.
But
Cartuccio got close. Cartuccio got close.
Ken's a bad man. He
Yeah.
is a bad man. We don't see him all year because he's running the legal side. So I'm kind of glad he's in Pro Boost right now. Really.
Me too. Me too.
He's a
Absolutely.
bad,
Good guy.
bad hombre. But that was for me, this last race was the biggest race of the season so far.
Yeah.
Spectators. And I think this will start dividing up the points from every class. This is kind of the midpoint. So now it starts showing who's where.
I think it's going to come down to the last race for most of the classes. I don't really know how tight 632 and Pro Stock and how tight the other ones are. I really don't try to pay attention to Pro Boost, but I mean, I have lately just because of the show and what we do here. But I mean, I think you're going to see it really tighten up. I think it'll come down, and I don't like it when it comes down to that because you talk about nerve wracking. I've been there twice, and it is very,
Yep.
around the world. Yeah, England.
Sure,
I mean, it would. I mean, absolutely. I mean, we make it a week-long extravaganza. You don't have to pay $1 million. You can pay 500, 500, whatever you want to pay. But I think if you did it like that, you can't get no testing because we test all week at Bradenton for the World Series. I mean, that's how the track makes their money because we're paying stupid money to test and we're getting our shit right. But by the time race day comes, we're wore out. If you give Jim Halsley or me or Tutterow and those guys more hits at the racetrack, the faster we're going to be.
And I think that's what they're doing. I mean, and if you miss, as far as me as a competitor and John's, hey, we cannot miss one session because then we're behind. Even in testing.
I'm not against $1 million off the trailer, no shakedowns. $1 million, show up on Friday, draw chips, go into first round. You want to talk about a show? You want to talk about some nervous ass tuners and drivers?
Oh, the tuners can have some squeaky ass going on right there.
Exactly. I mean, that's you show up for a racetrack and have it at 131 or have it at Bradenton or wherever you want to have it, and you will see some of the baddest racing you've ever seen. There'd be 100 cars, all run field, all run. I don't give a damn if it takes us 10 rounds. Run it down.
See, Bob said there's nowhere to go after that.
But for a specialty race, Pops, I'm not talking about if that's the case, then with this guy paying 50 grand at every damn IHRA race, what's he done to the PDRA? Is he beating it down? I mean, 50,000 can pay my entire fuel budget for the year. I mean, that would change this 125 is a life-changing race for me. I don't know about for you, but
well, for sure. I mean, just winning that World Series race for us was huge. It wasn't even about the money, to be honest with you. It was more exposure than it was the money.
My money's on Cam Clark. Shut up. Go back to sleep. You got a nitrous car.
He might change over.
Yeah, he might be a girl. He might change over from a boy to a girl.
He said, "You're all racing with the Jetsons." Come on, Bob.
Jesus Christ.
How many
That's why I love this.
Bob?
This is why I like this podcast because it ain't got a damn thing to do with him. He can't tell me nothing. So I can say what I want to out here. And there's nothing he can do or say anything about it.
You're going to have to go back in the motorhome with him when you leave here. You're going to get some shit.
I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it because he's gonna have the TV on 90 watching Gunsmoke, and I got to go back in the bedroom back there, and I'm gonna get phone call after phone call about how I misrepresented this or didn't do that. I mean,
You
I
done
don't
effed
care.
it up again tonight?
I hadn't done anything.
I didn't think so.
I didn't do anything. I hadn't done. I mean, I
We
don't.
did good. I think I think we got to go duck hunting with Fletcher.
I like duck hunting. I like hunting. Period. I don't know if I want to be around him with a gun, but
A man said he had a lot of ducks. 100 ducks. I mean,
I shoot a lot of shit. I mean,
that's a lot of fucking shells.
let me tell you something. When I go duck hunting, the first duck I see gets 3 shells. The second duck I see gets 3 shells. The last duck I see gets 3 shells. Because if you're gonna pull the trigger once, you might as well pull it 3 times.
Pull it all the way through. Bob said he unlocked your motorhome. You ain't doing. I hope somebody's over there. Anybody else left there you can go sleep with tonight?
No, Totaro's rig's over here. I tried to pick the lock on it so I can go in there and get some information out of it. So
that's funny shit right
try to
there. Hey, even the Shake and Bake boys don't got Bob.
Exactly. So
I don't know. That's about a total recap as far as
it is. I mean, you know, we're going to Milan. This is going to be a good deal. Our next show will be live at Bristol. We'll do another live show. We're still working on. I think we're going to try to have Mr. Tim Papp on there live.
Yep.
That's the plan. Things can change. Talked with Tim a little bit after the race. They were swapping some things out here and there. You know, I feel like I need to go back to work. I miss my kids, miss my work, miss everything going on in North Carolina. Don't miss the heat. It's been kind of nice up here. The mosquitoes up here you would think the mosquitoes in Louisiana are bad. The mosquitoes up here are terrible.
Man, getting sappy too. He's getting a little sappy, getting homesick already.
I am getting homesick. I miss them. They're coming to my island, so I can't wait. I love my wife. Love you, Crystal.
Good. They flying in?
Yeah.
Thank you, Bob. Bob paying that bill. Randy's still Randy ain't even in bed. It's 9 o'clock.
Randy's still talking.
He's still talking on there.
Oh my God. What the hell is love festis?
What the hell is he spelling?
I don't know. The man thought bacon came from a cow earlier this week. That took me 30 minutes. He's like, "This is the worst bacon I ever had from a cow." I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Look,
you know what I mean.
Randy said you're going to get your hearts for this week.
The only hearts Randy's going to get is a broken one this weekend. He's going to get a broken heart.
Did he stick around? He coming to the IHRA race?
Hell no. He's got enough money. He drove home. He'll drive back.
I figured after he won, he's going to run every race in the country because that bitch is bad right now. His shit's bad.
Yeah, cow bacon. He literally said it. Well, whatever. We took him to some like hoity-toity, not a hoity-toity, but like a newer age, modern restaurant for brunch. Oh my God.
He didn't have his pinky up, did he?
No, he got some eggs, and it came out with like a green salad kind of deal on the side, and some toast that was hard. He didn't know what to think of that, but whatever.
We're gonna have to bring him on live. I'm telling you, we got to bring him on live. The people, people want to see Bob.
They do.
He's very entertaining across the country.
Yeah,
who would ever thought we'd have been doing this shit anyway?
No, yep. So that's an hour.
Yep, that's about it.
For the night. CJW. Again, Chad Wright. Check him out for anything you need. He's going to have a lot of screw blowers, a lot of pro chargers, a lot of all kinds of stuff for sale in the next couple of weeks. We're getting to the midway part of the season. People are making changes in setups. There's nitrous stuff for sale. Tastes like shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He eat it though.
He eat every damn bit of it. There won't nothing left on that plate with that little green salad. There won't much of that left. Hey, he's like, the cheese is stringy. I was like, most cheese is stringy when it's melted.
Bob, you're gonna be famous when we get done here, buddy. You're gonna be famous.
It was good to see Gene too. I'm glad to see Gene come out with his wild hair. Man looks like he's 19 years old with that hair stuck up.
He had that shit piled up, boy. He had it spiked.
Yeah.
He left as soon as we was done, though. I red lighted. He wanted to chop my head off, and he was in the motorhome and gone. No, he wasn't mad. He was good. He hung out for a bit till we got done. He was happy. We got to keep him there. We got to have him at the damn racetrack, and it's no different. You got to have Bob there. You can't do without Bob.
No, yeah, I understand. I made about 2 dozen spark plugs up today and tested them and gapped them, so I should be ready. We're going over there on
plugs for real. You don't want to see this pallet I got.
Hold on. I got a little bit over here.
That don't even get us through testing, dude.
You gotta get your fuel management right, bruh.
Dude, if I showed you this pallet of plugs out back here, you'd shit your pants. A lot. And when I say a pallet, there's a pallet.
This is how I test them.
They make sure they fire good.
Yeah. Right
I guess you tear them apart and do the little thing in the middle and all that stuff.
I do and I don't. We kind of stopped doing that a little bit, but so all right. What do you think? Episode 12. We're good.
We're good. Chad, thank you, buddy.
Yep, thank you guys. Thank Feather Light Battery for the live feed stuff that we carried on at the racetrack.
And what's the next one? Bristol, right? We're going live at Bristol.
Yep, we're going live at Bristol. Mr. Pap, hopefully. If not, we'll have another one. If you are interested in being on the show and you are a PDRA racer, please contact me or Steve. Mm-hmm. Don't forget to get your dogs and cats spayed and neutered.
I'm telling this dude Channel 9 up and down.
Bob Barker used to say it all the time. So all right. Again, boosting bullshit. Old King Daddy and me are out. We'll see you at Milan. We'll check you out. We'll be on before Bristol. We'll be on at Bristol, and we'll have something to talk about, hopefully.
Yep. We got some shit to go. Peace out, everybody. Thank you, Chad. Ray.